We have Maxx the Hype Nitro, who I genuinely know absolutely nothing about. I don't think I've ever played a single game against him. So, interesting first, right? I'm going to assume he's being aggressive, so I'm going to put those in. How about? No? I'll do. Victim D reacts, and then so once per turn, attack only if you've cranked. When this hits a hero, put a steam on anything. Crank. Literally having to read things. AP 3, so we don't want to hit him with anything on turn 1 apart from the fact that, we want some graveyard. I should have bought out these Scoured, I forgot. We will play this for turn 1. T-bones do absolutely nothing into me, so that's nice. Unless he's got like 5, which I'll be impressed with. You, I guess. Do you worst. The thing like this shelter might not actually get used this turn, which is kind of weird. Yeah. Could have prevented one of it apparently, but also he had a really boring turn, so that's also fun. When the AB with a red. That's going to be fun. Given he's not having a turn, I'm going to get rid of this. One of the best features of Shelter, by the way, that you can just bin it. I think he might be screwed off that hand. I mean, I vaguely recall what he does, right? Which is he makes a load of hyperdrivers and then turns them into stompy mech armor. I kind of like the guy. I just don't know what he does. I've not seen anyone play him because, as far as I know, he's kind of been in the dumpster tier, right? This is not a good hand, but it is a hand. 3, and we can double pitch to do a surgeon. Inefficient, but sets up for next turn, and it's better than just having a handful of random stuff. He also threw a card out for that, which is good. Okay, we've got a mind warp. Mind warp, good. Also a fun card. Keep that and pitch it, honestly. Because I like the felling. I like the pressure that it brings having another tree turn, because he's just going to have to kind of block a lot. And the felling's not going to be online for ages. Plant press. Is this one of his new things? Entity arena with 2 steam. Shoot move. Okay, so yeah, wrenches hit hard. This generates way more value being pitched than blocking, so nothing. I will get Bankseed. He will get a free cranky counter, which is nice for him. I do like that these sort of kind of cycle forever kind of thing if you're not going to stop them. Yeah, we're double pitching to keep the tree in extra turns. I think that's important. He's probably going to AB3 this. It'll only do 1. But then the Mind Warp threatens again and he has to throw another card. It's kind of the goodness. And he did not, so that's absolutely great. That's basically the worst scenario for him. He's now losing his hand, pretty much, yeah. I get another turn with 3. We took, what, like 2 damage or something? 3 damage. Ooh, big numbers. This turn is shocking though. What do we even do with that? Can't pick anything up. God, this is poor. This is bad enough that I think I'm going to do this. Because I need to rebank some of this and I may as well just do a big hit. This also, by the way I've pitched it, kind of threatens that I'm going to... Yeah, so I'm going to go on 5, took a card from his hand. You know, I'd love to be able to attack or something here. That would be stellar, but we're not having that. We'll Arsenal the sink. Okay, a lot of D-reacts. This is the problem with bordering in the load. But we've got a root bound and we've got 2 earth in the bin, which is kind of why I wanted to get that cycled through, beyond the fact that it was denying me, you know, putting a card into the arsenal and cycling through my deck a bit more. Have a hat. I think I might need to sink this first one. Much as I like to use the root bound up, I just need to, like, yeah, there we go. You know, I now have a turn, which is kind of important because that was a trash hand. So this is good. We've now got 2 decompose, which means that, you know, future big cards work. We do want the mental block card, so I'll do that. You know, the Shelter from the Storm card's fine, but I'd rather have, obviously, a choice of 2. suppose I could have threatened a ping for one with the Surgeon with it, but you know, I think I'd rather have options. Nine's a big number, isn't it? What? You got Maxx nothing. Okay. This has ended up being not all that bad because we can still throw a pulsing ether. Still a bit shit. I'd rather keep the felling than the channel. Channel's nice and all, but okay, he's going for a big turn. What I do, because I'm just doing that felling. We'll start blocking here. We'll move. We're basically moving from reds up to blues in our blocking order because different colours do more, given we know what our turn's going to be. All that coming. Big turn, big hurts. Now ahead of me on life. You know, it'll swing back around a little bit now. I'm going to try and step this up in 3 goes this time because I think I'm going to need more decomposers in 2s. I'm playing a slightly more defensive game than kind of a race, even though it kind of looks a lot like a race. Okay, that's an awkward hand. This is the hand where we probably try and keep 2 blues and use the plume to fix it, because that's... Nothing else to do with this, do we? We can't get the offense. Yeah. We're not going to bin the fruit so we can keep the rampant and arsenal it, basically. This is like less pressure but lets me keep an arsenal card, which is kind of what I want. You see there why that decompose last time was important, because it's giving me more. Cool. That suits me fine. Oh. I've really got to decompose. Forgot. It doesn't matter. Still a big hit. We'll take it. Take it because we don't want to do the other stuff. I want to throw this at him if I'm honest. Preventing like 3 doesn't feel good compared to hitting him with a hopefully big combo. Yeah. We're getting a lot of life out of this anyway. Let's rack it up. Just kind of need to find something to finish him with here, which is going to be interesting because it'll be time to find out what finishes him. That's coming in for 5. I'll play this. Play that. If we gain life off that, can I not that? So you can have 5 damage. I could have obviously played the heartbeat first, but I want the sort of machine gun pinging off it, and I think that is more worth it than using the resource efficiently. Because killing him is going to be about really punching that through. Given that to deal with now. Wait. Means I don't have to like reopen the windows at the end of the turn. Okay, that's fun. Fun. I kind of want to play the heartbeat is the thing, so I think I just take it. this ring will help grind the rest of the game out anyway, so he can just have his hyperdriver token. That would take a card off him. Arsenal that. This is also good. I think I take everything he throws at me and just throw the flare at him. Big flare. Do something about this. I could like double block it with equipment. I'm not sure if it matters. I'll just take the risk. As I said, I don't really know how the hyperdrive thing's going to work out for him. The fact that I'm threatening the 6 in, gaining a life, dealing another damage, feels pretty good here. Like it's definitely going to chip him down in the manner that I want to. I think this is pretty much in my favour unless something crazy happens, which is famous last words, right? Something crazy will happen. This fruit is what I'll use the tree for next turn, so I can block out with basically else here. That's cute. Hang on, I've passed one too many times. Screwed up. Whatever. Whatever. I've missed the step because I've pressed space one too many times. I'll live with it. There we go. He's playing something else anyway, so we're fine. For 4, we could make it for 7. Can't do anything around it anyway, so this is fine. I'm not going to use this up, I don't think, because it's just going to get in the way of the You could have made it 7. 7 would have been good, to be honest. It feels like a good time to do it. I had not actually computed this through yet, and that's a really good way to do it, because now he's got to use even more cards up. I'm happy doing it in those sort of 2 lumps like that. That's pretty good. So, like, I think he's screwed now. Yeah, I'll do it. Okay. So I still don't feel like I know what Maxx does, if I'm honest. Um, does he have? I know he's got. Yeah, he's playing with the new stuff, right? So like, he's got Construct Bank Breaker, which makes Banksy into a big Banksy. I know that bit. Is that it? I mean, not gonna lie, this just looks like bad dash. Is that accurate? Someone can tell me in the comments. It feels like it. I mean, yeah, he played well. It was probably tighter than I wish it had been, considering what seems to be in this deck. I say tight. A good 16 life left. Yeah. Someone tell me what Maxx does. That'll be great. I'll see you in the next one.